Okay, Drone Pool here. This is the tiny whoop I just put together. 7mm or 75mm frame, 8mm motors. I have a Beta FPV F4 flight controller with OSD, 200 up to 200 milliwatt OSD compatible camera, and a FrSky ultra small receiver. Nice big antenna on it. Okay, so a couple things about this. It all went together pretty smooth. Everything in Betaflight went smooth. I will tell you this: the soldering pads on this thing are small. I was fortunate I had a proper tip, a very sharp, almost pencil-like soldering tip, so that helped a lot. I probably couldn't have done it without it. So that. Number two, these motors, you see they got the little plug. You just plug that into the board. Okay, they only go in the board one way. But here's what happened. I got everything put together, everything set up. I gave it throttle. It would not fly. And I pondered on it. I knew I had everything right, double checked some stuff. I could not get it to fly. And then it dawned on me, I faced this once before. Reverse polarity. Just because these little plugs only go in one way doesn't mean the positive and negative wire are matching the board. And that's what happened. These wires were reversed. Even though I could only plug it in one way, negative was connected to positive and positive to negative on the board. So in my frustration, instead of thinking it through, I just went and took the motors out, cut the wires, soldered negative to positive, positive to negative, threw them back in and got it to fly. So that's what I did. May not have been the best way of doing it, and I could have tried to, I don't know. You can solder these motors on the board too if you want to. So here's another thing. 8mm motors. I'm used to 7mm and 6mm. I mean, if you think about it, the Syma X5C uses 7mm motors. These are bigger than that. So I did a little test outside, and it was windy, but this thing had a lot of pitch. It's got a lot of throttle, which is going to take some getting used to flying indoors. So I don't know. So that's that. It's ready to go. So let's check out the hover. Let's see how well it hovers. But before we do that, just to let you know, tomorrow, weather permitting, I'm planning on taking this out and do the maiden hover test and test flight. This is my 5-inch I just got done building, and I've got this all set up, Betaflight, everything's good to go, motors are spinning right way. So I'm going to try and get this out in the air tomorrow and have the video come in of it. Okay, just a side note. Alright, let's see how this thing hovers, and then let's see how she FPVs. Alright, let's do a little hover test, see what happens.
Welcome to OpenTX.
Annie, what'd you find to eat already? No, you get back. Annie? No. Annie? I'm gonna have to get used to these 8mm motors. Seems like she's hovering alright though. This battery's done already though. Let's try this battery. It's shot too. Nothing. There we go. Ah. So she looks like she hovers pretty good. A little floating around. What is that, Annie? So she hovers pretty good. Not bad. Look at that. Yeah, I like it. Okay. So, she hovers pretty good. So I guess the next thing is to test the FPV. So let's go for an FPV flight, shall we?
Johnny was a schoolboy when he heard his first Beatles song. Love me do, I think it was, and from there it didn't take him long. Got himself a guitar, used to play every night. Now he's in a rock and roll outfit and everything's alright. Don't you know? Johnny told his mama, hey mama, I'm going away. I'm gonna hit the big time, gonna be a big star someday, yeah. Mama came to the door with a teardrop in her eye. Johnny said, don't cry, mama, smiled and waved goodbye. Don't you know? Yeah, yeah. Don't you know that you are a shooting star? Don't you know? Don't you know? Don't you know that you are a shooting star? In all the world will love you just as long as you are. Johnny made a record, went straight up to #1. Suddenly everyone loved to hear him sing a song. Watching the world go by, surprising it goes so fast. Johnny looked around him and said, well, I made the big time at last. Don't you know? Don't you know? Don't you know that you are a shooting star? Don't you know? Whoa, yeah. Don't you know that you are a shooting star? Yeah. And all the world will love you just as long as you are a shooting star. by his head. Johnny's life passed him by like a warm summer day. If you listen to the wind, you can still hear him play.